Hi, 6th grade. Let's start this part of the video off by writing down these coordinates. Number 9 is 3, negative 2, and we're going to reflect it over the x. Number 10 is 4, 0, and we're going to reflect it over the y. Number 11 is negative 5, 1.5, and we're going to reflect over x. And then for the other graph, we are going to do reflections over the x and then over the y. So you need to write these coordinates down. 12, 3, 2, 13, negative 1, 2, 14, negative 4, negative 3, and 15, 5, negative 2.5. All right, so hopefully you got those down. If not, please pause the video and take a moment to get them. And then we are just going to work ahead. So when we're talking about reflections, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot my first point, which was number 9, which was 3, negative 2. So I'm going to go over 3, 1, 2, 3, down 2. So here's my point, 3, negative 2. Now they are asking us to reflect over the x. So up here I have my x, down here I have my y. So if I'm going to reflect, that's like taking this paper and folding it in half and putting a stamp over there. So we know in this quadrant my numbers are positive, negative. Up here my numbers are going to be positive, positive. So both of my numbers in my coordinates should now be positive. So if I went over 3, I'm still here on this 3 line. And then I'm going to do the opposite of my second one, which is 1, 2, and I'm coming up here, and my reflection should be 3, positive 2. Now, if I know how my coordinates work, I really don't even need to draw it. I just know how to change the signs to make it work. So that's point number 1 that we did. The second one was 4, 0. So I'm going to go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. So this one is 4, 0. And I need to reflect that over my y, which is here. So I'm going to stay on that 0 line. And I'm going to go over here, negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And my new points would be negative 4, 0. By reflecting, if I take my paper and I fold it completely in half, those 2 points should meet. So if I fold this in half, which I can't because it's a dry erase board, my 2 points would meet here in the center. All right, the next point that we needed to plot was negative 5, 1.5. So I know that's negative 4, so negative 5. And then it's a positive 1 and 1/2. Okay, so that's negative 5, 1.5. And they are wanting us to reflect over the x, which is this one. So I need to come down 1.5 right here. And my new points would be negative 5, negative 1.5. And that's how that is done. All right. Now we'll go on to the next chart. If you don't have all these, please write that down. Pause the video. All right, the next one we're going to do double reflection. So we're going to start with 3.2. So I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, up 2. That's my starting point, 3, 2. Now what they're asking me to do is reflect first over the x, which we know is this one right here, and then reflect that point over the y. So if I'm reflecting over the x, I'm going to stay on this line and come down 2. So I went down this way to reflect, and now I have 3, negative 2. And now they want me to go this way and make my new point. So if I was to fold that over, I'm going to stay on this line, which is 3 in. So 1, 2, 3, and then this 2. So my new point then would be negative 3, negative 2. And that would be the reflection of our first point. The second point we had was negative 1, positive 2. So negative 1, positive 2. So our first point, negative 1, positive 2. Now, again, we're going to reflect over the x and then go over the y. So we need to go down and then across. So if I'm here, I'm going to come down 2 and put it there. So I'm going down here. And my new point for the red would be negative 1, negative 2. And then I'm coming across, and I'm still on the -2, so I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go there, and my new number should be -1, or +1, -2. All right, I'm going to erase that because it's going to get confusing with too many numbers on there. All right, the final one we're going to do is we are going to do -4, -3. So I'm going to go across, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And this one is a -4, comma, -3. And we need to reflect across the X and then the Y. So I am going to stay on this 4 and go up 1, 2, 3. And my new point is -4, comma, 3. And then I need to go over here. So I'm going to stay on that 3 line and come over 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then my final point would be 4, comma, 3. And some of you are paying attention and watching what's going on here. With these reflections, again, this coordinate, negative, 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 positive, positive, positive numbers, and negative, or positive, negative numbers here. All right. At this point, what I would like you to try and do is go to back to the slideshow, and there is a homework slide. It's slide 7, and I would like you to complete that homework. You may use the graphs that are on here, or you may use the big graphs that are on the paper. There is plenty for you to use, and we will go over that and check it tomorrow and then move on. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.